We're 4 weeks into the regular season. We got 8 to go. We're here with more Faux Flow video. It's Tony Davis and league analyst Spencer Brodden, the commish, the analyst. This week brought to you by salsa.
Spaghetti sauce.
Yeah. Italian salsa.
Something like that.
Anyway, last week's matchups. Here we go.
We're going to whip through them nice and quick, like I hope. Load up the first one here. It's going to be Woody's and Bird.
And Bird, once again, having himself a second tough week in a row. Can't crack 75, whereas Brian surpasses 120 with a big week, thanks to Drew Brees, Stephen Ridley, and company.
Yep, Bird's struggling. We knew it going in. He's probably in the worst shape of anyone right now. Brian texted me saying this is a must-win for him, and I kind of agreed with him if you're going to be playing a beat-up Bird like this. So you got the win. Good win for Woods.
Bird does get to see Aaron Hernandez starts practicing again today, so he's got that going for him.
Probably next week would be my guess.
I don't even remember what Steve's name was last week. I think it was I hold kicks good because it was Tony Romo. I hold kicks good, takes out mustache rides, 94-80.
Yeah, and Kirby's team was kind of starting to slide the wrong way, which is why I think he probably made that move. I mean, you're looking at his quarterback position just being awful, even his running back position not being great, so that's why he pulled the trade with me, which we'll talk about in a little bit.
He did finally get Marcus Colston doing something more than the regular 5-6 points a week with a 21-point week, but other than that, he only had 59 points, so that's not going to get you a win.
Next game is into our game of the week, which was Jake and Joel, and this has been the game of the year so far. All I'll say is that we were sitting down here in the basement. It was me, Tom, and Spence, and fourth quarter came around, I think, and I was like, Joel needs another touchdown from Bears D to get this win. And Briggs picked it off, and we were just down here chanting, Joel, 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 because it was, I don't know. It's not,
why not root for the comeback? Nothing against you, Hanson.
Exactly. We want Jake to lose. It was just the comeback. It was too funny that it was actually happening.
Right.
So, in the game of the week, goes to Joel, and he's just looking good now. He has Bird this week, so you're looking at him probably going 5-0.
And I'm just now seeing that Joel has a lineup of pictures that look like a GIF now of me looking like a real douche at the 500.
It just keeps getting better for Joel.
So thanks for that.
Next game was Silky and Noob. Silky predicted a victory here in last week's Mushroom Stamp.
He didn't do terrible, but he started Leonard Hankerson and Vernon Davis, who had a bad game against the Jets.
And there's not much you can do when Noob puts up the second highest score. I thought he was going to get the Mushroom Stamp, but he did not quite pull it off. We'll go into the next matchup, which is you versus Tom in the toilet bowl. We have a win.
Somebody broke 90 in the toilet bowl. It's a miracle.
So, you want to talk about it real briefly here?
Sure. Michael Turner blows up. Cardinals D does what they do. Eli Manning gives me the usual 18. And everybody on Tom's team sucks except for Peyton Manning. So, there we go. I used Michael Crabtree, his old Michael Crabtree. Michael Crabtree got a point. It was the point I needed. Point taken. Okay.
Okay, good point. So last matchup here was me and Connor, and I predicted it going into the week. I said Connor's looking good just in time to play me. Puts up the highest score of the entire season here so far with 131. Yes.
6 guys above 13 points. 3 guys above 19 points.
And I had 4 guys combined for 1 point. So I'm not going to win when that happens, which is another reason why I made the trade, which I will talk about in a little bit. But for right now, we're going to turn it into the man here, Bruff, for the interview of the week. This week's winner, Connor Bennett.
Here comes your mushroom stamp. It's Connor Bennett.
I'm sorry.
Connor.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for joining us here. What are you drinking tonight?
I am drinking the Sam Adams.
Sam Adams Boston Lager.
Not the drink of my choice, but perhaps the drink of my stepfather's choice. And if it's good enough for Brad Moe, it's good enough for you.
Connor, you had a rough first couple weeks of the season. Let's be honest, you had a rough first 5 years of the league here.
That's your opinion.
All right. 131 last week. What changed between week 1 and now to get you pretty much doubling your point total?
I feel like my team has been trying to bloom for the last 5 years, and this week was the year that they bloomed. They've been trying to fight. They've been fighting through that battle, and as Leslie Frazier says, next man up. And well, these men were the next man up this year, and they bloomed.
I said that you had the pick of the week last week with Ryan Williams. He only put up 2 for you, but how excited are you?
Solid 2. I would like to be clear about that.
How excited are you at your receiver depth and your depth in general right now? You got 3 great running backs, you got 2 good quarterbacks, and you got 4 good wideouts.
I feel good. Everything but one player on my bench, I believe, is projected to do double digits. And if your bench is projected double digits, that's how you win, folks. That's how you win.
It's all about the bench.
You can't beat that. We're getting into buys, and you got to have that going for you. You've got, here in week 5, you got a little guy we call Noob. His name is Jake Holston.
Little?
Can you talk a little trash? That's mean. Can you talk a little trash Preferably in words that Noob can understand, 5 letters or less.
Sure. Words that he can understand. Ooh, I'm gonna crush you. Ooh, I'm gonna smash you. I'm gonna break you over my knee and crush you, noob.
Wow, you nailed it. None of those words are over 5 letters. Congratulations to you.
Thank you. I had to write that out because those words aren't generally in my vocabulary. So
any parting words? You're in 6th right now, but you're tied with 5 other guys for 4th place. Do you think you can make the playoffs this year?
I think I definitely make the playoffs. I think it's a guaranteed spot because my team they're peaking. They're peaking early, and they're going to
That's what you want.
Yeah, you want it to peak early and ride it out. That's all I'm saying. No, I really think the team's coming to their own. I'm willing to do a little bit of moves. I have Ben Roethlisberger, and I don't think I need him. But so I'm definitely willing to trade. But I'm a stand pat kind of guy, and I think the team that I have right now is good enough to stand pat with. They're ready to put up numbers. I think I'm underachieving in a lot of other leagues, and this is the league. I mean, trust me, I know. If I'm underachieving in other leagues, I know what achieving feels like.
Yeah, if you're 2-2 in this league and you're Connor Bennett, that feels pretty good.
That feels all right. That feels all right, and I really think that this team's going to come out of it. I'm willing to look at stuff, but I think I'm going to sit tight for a while and see how this team works out.
Well, thanks for joining us this week.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Thank you.
and best of luck to you next week against Mr. Noob. That's your mushroom stamp for week 4 going into week 5. Connor Bennett.
Connor Bennett, everybody. Thanks for kicking my ass. Let's go right into the league waiver moves here. Let's start with the trade. Kirby and I pulled off a trade, kind of another blockbuster for me.
A couple of the top scorers in the league so far.
Yep, the number 1 scorer, RG3. I traded him, Doug Martin, and CJ Spiller for Ray Rice, Tony Romo, and Denarius Moore. So I had Stafford sitting on my bench. I thought I got to use him. It's the time to trade RG3s now. It's the highest value he's going to get. I got Ray Rice out of the deal. I didn't like the way my team just got killed, like I said. So pulled off the trade.
That's a damn good set of running backs now as a result.
Yeah, that's the goal. Is just ride those two.
Rice and Lynch. Yeah, well, that's what happened. That's what worked for, I believe, Mustache Rides last year. He had 2 of the best backs in the league all year.
So we'll see.
Worked out for him.
But yeah, into the waiver moves. Do you have a favorite for the week?
I mean, I don't want to say that my move was the best, but I really liked the Dominic Hickson pickup. He's going to be the number 2 wideout in New York this week, and if I can get one Eli to Dominic connection, I feel like I'm looking pretty good.
Just found out about an hour ago, Nix is out. So another bad break for Bird. My favorite pickup, I did like Hickson for sure. It was another, we're starting to notice, I think, with the extra bench spot that the waiver wire is not as hot as it usually is.
Not a ton out there. The top guy available for running backs usually has like 5 or 6 points as his projection. Yeah. Not a ton.
My favorite pickup probably went to Tom. He needed a wide receiver, and he got a guy who's really been performing with Andre Roberts. So out of the guys that were available and of the people that were actually picked up, I think he was decent.
He's been getting a lot of targets lately too. I think he got 9 last week. He's averaging 6 a game.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad being the number 2 behind Larry Fitzgerald.
So yeah, we'll go into
I'm looking at Tom when I say that, by the way. Anyway, week 5, yes.
Week 5, real briefly, going to bust through these here. The first one, Tom and I going at it. Tom's looking for his first win. Right now, he's projected at 105. I'm projected at 127.
Another intra-house
117. I'm projected at 117. That was before this game just started.
Sure. So Tony's already up 10-0. That's the way that Tom's season's been going. Nothing we can do about it.
Yeah, so we'll see how this trade works out for me going into the next game. Run Noob and Connor.
Already talked about that, just touched on it briefly.
Yep.
Connor's going to need a tight end at some point. He knows this. Brandon Pettigrew's on a bye this week.
I got Connor right in the hot hand.
Yeah, why not? Holston's projected at 119, but you got Aaron Rodgers, you got Jamal Charles. You can't go wrong right now.
Next game is Jake versus Bruff. I think everyone here in the league is rooting for you outside of Jake because we want to knock down those high guys and level the playing field as much as possible. However, tough matchup for you.
Oh, my wideouts are butt ugly this week. He's going to rape me.
There you go.
It's not going to be good. 1-4, here we go. That was graphic. I apologize. For all those ladies out there watching this, I'm
all
going
the ladies
to be sexually dominated.
Is
that a better word? I don't know. 50 Shades of my butt. Anyway, think about it. My butt is gray.
Distracted.
Anyway. Steve Bilo versus Silky. We've got, if only Alex Smith was my QB. I laughed through what
Silky wanted this to be game of the week, and it would have been had it not been for the rivalry game this week.
Big one.
It's a good game, 2-1, 2-2. A couple good squads, and I think this will be a real good testing point for these guys to see which team really is up to the challenge this year. This could be a big deciding game for them.
These teams are on the cusp of the playoffs right now, 3 and 4, I believe, in the league. And it's good to see Bees up near the top again. It's good to see Silky for once in the playoff chase.
Sure.
First time in a long time. But
he is really enjoying it, let me tell you. And then going into the next one, you have, like we said earlier, Bird and Joel. Probably the biggest, I don't know, I mean...
Discrepancy?
Discrepancy the whole year, maybe, for a favorite. If you were to have, like, a, favorite line or something. Yeah, I don't know. So
you gotta think Joel's going to go 5-0.
Got to go Joel here. And then into the final game, which is game of the week. It's the big rivalry. My second favorite rivalry in this league, next to Bird and Bees, is Kirby and Brian. And I'm kind of hoping it stays my second favorite, which would mean Kirby has to win again.
Can Brian finally break through?
Can he get it done? Well, he's going to have to go against RG3 now, so I'm wondering how he feels about that. Maybe he can let me know when he watches this video. But
do it.
That wraps it up. Do you want to pick for that week?
For the game of the week?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it's like even a close prediction.
Yeah,
projection
104, 102, Brian.
You know what? I'm going to buck the trend. I'm going to say Brian wins for the first time in 10 tries.
Not me. I'm going Kirby with my boy RG3.
Makes
Sorry,
sense.
Brian, but I love the theme of him just not being able to beat him. I think it's hilarious.
And that's why we're here.
It happen,
we pick separate. We talk about it. This is Full Flow Video, post week 4, pre week 5.
Full Flow Video. Joe Rindelab coming back into town this weekend. Look forward to it. Plan some time to see that kid. Love you guys. Good luck this week.